just to give a little bit more background on me, my entrepreneurial journey. So I've been in the Atlanta area for about a year. I'm from the DMV area, PG County, Maryland, for anyone who knows. Yeah, pretty girl county. So I moved to Atlanta like probably 2 months right after I graduated law school. I was working in-house for one of the top 5 Fortune 500 companies in the world. I was doing NDAs for them, and I was working for them about 3 or 4 months and decided to quit my job and become a full-time entrepreneur, which is super scary and crazy. So my business will be a year in December. But yes, that's kind of been my journey. So in terms of my consulting company, I have my business background, but I also do branding as well as strategy, social media management, things like that. And I realized there was a really a space for entrepreneurs, creatives, and artists as well, because I'm realizing, like someone previously talked about, a lot of people have their brand, but they don't have their business together, and that's where I come in. I connect the two. I can help people with their business logistics, their contracts, system of operations, setting up their business, as well as their digital branding, their Instagram strategy, content marketing, all that good stuff. How many people, when they first were starting out their business, actually sit down and develop a business plan? Raise your hand. Okay, that's what I figured. How many people, when they started their business, just went out and just started like branding and marketing and just posting on like social media and no type of business plan? Yeah, exactly. So that, again, you'll be surprised like how most of my clients come in, I'll sit down and discuss with them like, hey, okay, this is your business, like where's your business plan? And they'll be like, oh, I never developed one. Okay, we need to start there. You need to have that foundation because your business plan is the outline to your business. So how can you really know what direction to take your business in if you don't have any type of business plan? So some of the key things you have in your business, obviously the industry you work in, your target audience, like a previous speaker talked about before, what type of problem do you solve, the solution, how people find out about you. Another big thing in terms of cost, a lot of people, again, when they're first starting out, we have to have our logistics together. Again, you don't want to just be a brand, you want to actually have a running business. So you have to think about how much does it cost to actually develop your product or service? How much does it cost to actually service your client? How much does it cost in terms of your admin, things like that? So you need accounts. I believe in actual engagement. I've been growing my following organically over the past 2 years. So I have about over 18,000 followers right now. And people always ask me, how do you gain followers? My biggest thing is posting consistently valuable content. You want to post things that people actually want to see. There's 3 things people look at in terms of Instagram accounts. They follow you. Either you're engaging, you're entertaining, or you're informative. So usually people fit into at least one of those categories. You want to make sure, again, you're putting out valuable content and you're actually engaging with people. I'm sure you guys see entrepreneurs, IG models, influencers, whatever, and people comment and no one's really commenting back. That's my biggest thing. I always respond to comments. I always respond to DMs. I always tell people my DMs are always open when it comes to business or asking me questions. I go on live. I try to at least once a week. I give valuable, good content. So again, I'm really against in terms of like buying followers, but again, if you put out valuable content and engage with people, that following will come. You need to show up every day, even when no one's clapping for you. And I truly understand when I first started out as an influencer, creating content, I was like, why aren't these brands, like, I'm reaching out to brands, and I had to realize I'm not creating content that would even want to make them want to work with me. So before I could even get started, getting paid working with brands, I had to sit back and think, okay, I need to constantly put out good content, because what most people don't know, people are watching you, whether you believe it or not. Like brands and people are going to watch you before they actually work with you. So it's super important to show up and put out your best foot forward in terms of content. Because you never know if you have an off day or you're not putting out consistently, that one major brand or customer is looking at your page and then you lost out. You know what I mean?
Okay, last thing I'm going to do.
No,
it's fine. How do you put something out that consistently, like Instagram is a headache? You know what I mean? Like for me, like I don't always have a picture to post. Like I'm at work. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
or like I'm like I was sleeping today. I didn't do anything fun. Like like do you like take a bunch of pictures at the beginning of the week? Like do you have how do you really stay
so
consistent?
I actually do content strategy like planning, which I'm going to be talking about that in the next couple slides. But basically, I always tell people you do what you got to do to get where you want to be, right? So I want to be an influencer. I want to grow my following, so I have to put out consistent content. That's just what it is. So I always like to have a storage of content. So I do photo shoots. I actually have a photographer that I work with. Whenever I'm out, I work from home. So whenever I'm out and put on any ounce of makeup, I'm making my friends take a bunch of pictures. Like I'm always making sure I have that content ready. Because again, if you constantly try to post just on a day, like let me hurry up and take a picture, your followers are going to know that you're just slapping stuff together. Like people know. You want to make sure you're actually taking that time and planning out in terms like your caption, your hashtags, what you're aligning with your IG story to match your content. And again, if it's something you really want to do, you're going to make the time to do it. Like just think about how all the time you spend just scrolling. You could be taking that time out to creating content on Canva, using stock photos. It doesn't always have to be a picture of you. ask people for information, ask people for help, and know you will make mistakes. There's a video, Will Smith, I don't know if y'all seen it, he talks about make mistakes and make more mistakes. That's how you learn and turn those L's